Welcome to LEGO Minifigures Collectible Minifigures Series number 1 Ranked. Today we're going to be ranking all 16 minifigures in the first Collectible Minifigures series, obviously. So let's get right into it. We're going to go from worst to best. Starting with number 16, we have the Skater. Now there's nothing really wrong with the Skater per se. He's just kind of simple. He has a simple hoodie design, not much going on there. He doesn't have any printing on his skateboard. He doesn't have leg printing either. He's just an okay figure. If there's one that I would call a dud out of this series of 16, I would definitely say that it's the Skater. Coming in at number 15 is the Nurse. Now the Nurse is a fine character. I like her facial printing as well as her hairpiece. I do enjoy the fact that she comes with a special 2x2 tile with dowels on it, which I think is an inside joke in the LEGO designer group. I like the torso printing, and I like the way that the printing goes down to the legs. It lines up pretty nicely, but there's not much else to say about her, so let's move on to number 14, the Super Wrestler. Now, obviously, he's taking a bunch of wrestling tropes into consideration, and I don't care very much for the way that the belt doesn't go around the side of the waist. Now, obviously, LEGO can't really print that way. It's just kind of annoying to me. It looks off, looking at him from the side especially. Front on, he looks fine. I do enjoy the cape, but he's still going to end up at number 14 because the rest of the figures on this list, I think, are better. Number 13 is the Circus Clown. Now, the Circus Clown comes with a pretty good torso print, I would say. Very detailed. I like the afro. I like the facial printing. The trumpet is a fine inclusion. The one thing that kind of bothers me is the leg printing. He kind of has his legs patched up, and, I guess he probably doesn't make enough money to afford new pants, or that's just for design reasons for the circus. I'm not entirely sure, but either way, I don't really care much for the leg printing. Number 12 is the Magician. He comes with an extra hairpiece as well, which is very nice. I'm glad they included that. I like the magic wand, and I also think that the torso print is very good. Unfortunately, he just has the standard black legs, and there's nothing more to him besides that. Number 11 is the Tribal Hunter. The Tribal Hunter has very nice feathers on the top of his head. I like the torso printing and the leg printing are both very good. However, he uses just a standard bow and a standard quiver, which there's nothing wrong with those per se, but they could have used something a little bit more unique for this character. Moving on to number 10, the Cheerleader. Now she has two pom-poms with matching blue to her jersey, and if I had a complaint about this figure, it's probably the lip printing or the face printing in general. I think she should be smiling a little bit more. She looks kind of worried, and I don't know, the face doesn't really match the emotion she'd be having cheering on a team, whether it's basketball, football, soccer, whatever the team she's cheering on is. Now, that's just my take on the figure. Other than that, I think it's fine. Number 9 is the Caveman. The Caveman has some stubble on his chest. I like the face printing, and I enjoy the hair printing as well, or the hair piece. I enjoy the club, and he's a simple old caveman. What more do you expect? Number 8 is the Forestman, aka, but not really, Robin Hood. Robin Hood, the Forestman comes with a bow and quiver, similar to the Tribal Hunter. Now, I enjoy his torso print quite a bit. He has no leg printing, unfortunately. He has a very nice cap with a feather, and he would fit in perfectly with a lot of the castle, both new and old castle figures from back in the day. Next up is the Ninja. Now, the Ninja is only 7th on this list, even though I like the Ninja a lot, and that's mainly because Cole would come out a year later. And Cole is obviously the Earth Ninja in the Ninjago series, and he actually has the exact same face print, basically, as this Ninja. So I kind of see this Ninja as a Cole 0.0, basically, and so that's the reason why it's at number 7. Number 6 is the robot. Now this one is one that a lot of people enjoy. I think that the arm with the metallic robot limb is very cool. We don't get that very much in LEGO. Both that and peg leg type pieces are kind of hard to come by. The leg printing and torso printing is very good. The face printing is very good as well. And the helmet kind of reminds me of Plankton brainwashing people with buckets in the SpongeBob universe. If you get what I'm saying, then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Number 5 is the Cowboy. Now this is basically the Pharaoh's. He reminds me of Pharaoh's Quest adventure characters. He also kind of reminds me of Indiana Jones just by his nature. I think that as a cowboy, he works all right as a cowboy. I guess I see him more as an adventurer, but that doesn't take away from his ranking at all, obviously, as he's still number 5 on the list. And we're going to move on to number 4. The zombie is at number 4. I enjoyed the torso printing and the leg printing and the face printing. Overall, a very good, well-printed character. And he also kind of reminds me of the health inspector that SpongeBob and Mr. Krabs almost kill in the one episode of SpongeBob. He comes with a drumstick and a shovel as well. And now this shovel is a lot more matte than most shovels, so it's going to be a lot less shiny. And now we're coming up to the top 3. Coming in third place with bronze for this Collectible Minifigures series, number 1, is the Spaceman. I'm a huge sci-fi fan, especially of Star Wars, and I enjoy seeing kind of a space character. And he has a very nice helmet print, or a helmet mold, which is actually used in lines like the Alien Conquest line, as well as other CMF figures down the road. I enjoy the fact that it's a reference to classic space, with the classic space moon and rocket there in the middle of his torso printing. He has very good leg printing, belt printing, torso printing, and I enjoy the fact that he comes with a blaster with a light blue lightsaber piece as the bolt. Now coming in at number 2, we have the Demolition Dummy, a character that I've always enjoyed. He's very simple. He's got a kind of a dull look to his face, but that's all right. He's used for demolition testing, and I've always kind of seen his stomach as being like a face as well. I'm not sure if that's intentional or if that's just supposed to represent the interior of the dummy. I also enjoy the 1x2 printed tile with the PA 770. That's always a fun inclusion, and he also comes with a wrench. Now, number 1 is the Deep Sea Diver. Now, I'm a huge fan of the color orange, and I like the orange, blue, and black mixture that they have going on. The color theme for the character is very nice. I think his face could do with some improvement, but overall, I love the goggle piece for the helmet. I love the scuba tank for him, and I love the fins that are included as well. So as a result of this, the Deep Sea Diver is going to be coming in at number 1. Thank you all for stopping by, watching this. Stay tuned for any future videos. If you have a request, an idea for a ranking, please let me know down below, and I'll see you guys later.